Hey everybody, how you doing? Monkey's back with a nicotine pouch review. I was up in Eugene doing some training for my new job. Been hitting tobacco shops left and right up there. Most of them, their selection is pretty much the same as you'll find anywhere else. Every now and then I'd walk into a shop and they'd have something different. This was one of the cases. I walked in, the first glance, just common stuff. I looked down towards the bottom shelves, and they had some nicotine pouches that one I have tried that brand before, this brand before, but I'd never actually seen it in a store. I'm like, oh wow. So I looked a little closer, and they had a couple of flavors that I had never seen before. I did a little looking, and apparently these were like limited releases that they put out a while back. And somehow this guy got hold of some, and he was selling them in his shop. I don't know if he is an authorized dealer or if he just bought some off the website and was selling them again. But for the price he was charging, he must have picked them up wholesale or something. Anyway, today we are looking at 2-1 Gin and Tonic nicotine pouches. 8 milligram in strength, which all 2-1 products are 8 milligram in strength. They give you 21 pouches per can, hence the name 2-1, 2-1. And last time I made an order, they sent me a hat. So, yeah. You want to make me feel good? Send me a hat. I like hats. Anyway, this is their Gin and Tonic TFN Satisfaction, whatever that means. On the side, you got instructions on how to use nicotine pouches if you've never done it before. Some branding, 8 milligram, Gin and Tonic, 21 nicotine pouches. That's about it. On the back, all kinds of writing and scribbles and warnings and stuff. And they do list their ingredients. And their ingredients are, if I could read this microscopic writing, get my eyes straightened up. Okay. We're looking at cellulose, water, non tobacco nicotine. This is a synthetic nicotine product. Salt, flavoring, propylene glycol, potassium sorbate, sodium bicarbonate, sodium agitate or agadate, and sucralose. That's the ingredients. Nicotine not derived from tobacco. Underage sale prohibited. Keep out of reach of children. Place pouch behind upper lip. Dispose when finished. And not intended for ingestion, so don't eat the pouches. Has a lot number and some kind of a date code, which I don't know how to read. Manufactured under license for 2-1 Labs by DTPL in India. Now, these are designed in the USA, but they are made in India, much like Alp or Free. I've had people keep trying to tell me Free is made in the USA. No, read the back of the can. It says designed in the USA, manufactured in India. Okay. There's only one can of Free I've seen that does not have that listed, and that's their 15 milligram strength. I don't know why that information is not on that can, but all the other cans, every one I've looked at, it says right on the back of the can they're made in India. So, 2-1, Free, and Alp are Indian made products. I have no problem with that. A lot of our pharmaceuticals that you buy are made in India. This is made in a pharmaceutical grade facility, so they say. Anyway, let's crack this bad boy open. You know, it's been a while since I've had some 2-1. If I remember correctly, I enjoyed these pouches. But I've never seen them in a shop. You can only order them online. Whoa! That has a gin and tonic aroma. Huh. I wasn't sure what to expect from a gin and tonic flavoring, but I smell gin and tonic. Gin and tonic is one of my favorite beverages, alcoholic beverages. Crisp, refreshing. It's great on a hot summer day. Squeeze a lime on top of it. Oh, yeah. Okay, you have 21 pouches. They are white to off-white in color. They are a semi-moist pouch, not dripping moist, but they definitely have a moisture content. Um, yeah, I'd call these a moist pouch, but not really moist. They're just moist. Standard Pouch size, about the same size of a Velo Plus for you Velo Plus users. Roughly the same size. Let's see if they got gin and tonic into the flavor. The aroma, yeah, it's got some gin and tonic aroma. Uh, these were a limited release. They only made them for a short while. And I think once in a blue moon they bring them back. But typically these are not available on the website unless they whip up a batch and offer them. So it's not something you will find all the time on their website. And quite frankly, I had never seen these before. My curiosity got piqued, so I grabbed this can, and I got a can of another flavor, which is another limited release that I had never seen before. I had never seen this one advertised on their website. However, the other flavor I picked up was whiskey and cola. I have seen that one when they did a limited release a while back. Getting some sweetness. The flavor so far, getting sweet. That's about it at the moment. Give this a minute to juice up a little bit. See if I can start getting some hints of gin and tonic in there. But the initial in the mouth, I can pick it up in the aroma, but I'm not really catching it in the lip. So, it's interesting. These have a good mouthfeel. They're good pouch size. They fit in the lip, quite comfortable. You know they're there, but when you're talking with someone, unless they know you got a pouch in and they're staring at your face intently, they will never know you have one in. That's the beauty of nicotine pouches. You can be stealthy as all get out with these things and still get your nicotine because there is no need to spit. I am getting some flavor now. It's starting to flavor up. Yeah. I'm getting some gin and tonic-esque flavor. It seems weak. The flavor on this one, I could pick it up in the aroma, but the flavor is just a hint right now. It's not really, gin and tonic. It's just, like the leftover aftertaste after you've had a nice glass of gin and tonic. That little bit of lingering flavor that just sits in your mouth. That's kind of what I'm picking up right now. 8 milligrams of nicotine in my comfort zone. I have had a little bit of nicotine this morning already, but I'm starting to feel the nicotine on these. The moist pouches like this tend to be a slower release. Unlike Zen and Ons and Rogues, the dry pouches, where you get that nicotine hit, it just kind of go bam, and then it just kind of dissipates. These guys here, they kind of slowly build up to a crescendo. They level off for a while, and then they'll taper down. It's a nice slow release, an extended release type nicotine, which is something I enjoy. Some guys don't like that. They like the instant gratification. That's where the dry pouches come in. Yeah, the flavor on this is subdued, very subdued. I'm getting the sweetness, and I'm catching hints of the gin and tonic flavor. Let me change position. See if that helps. Yeah, it helps a little bit. Contact sensation, a little bit. Nothing over the top. Just enough to let you know that it's there. It's doing its magic. Yeah, getting a little bit more flavor now I've switched it up. But yeah, the gin and tonic flavor is not as strong as I would have hoped. It is there, but it is a little more subtle. It's not in your face gin and tonic. It's just a nice subtle gin and tonic flavor. It's good. It's just a little more subdued than what I was expecting. All in all, not bad. Not bad at all. I kind of wish that the flavor is a little stronger on these. Maybe that's why I haven't seen these released again. They whipped up a batch and people were like, "Oh, the flavor's kind of on the weak side." Maybe, Maybe they got some guy in their research lab trying to boost the flavor on these things for the next release. Yeah, it does have the flavor. It's just not in your face kind of flavor. It's not real obvious that it's there. It's just a very subtle gin and tonic. So if you don't mind a subtle flavor and you like gin and tonic, and if you can find these, I think it's like a miracle I stumbled across them. Yeah, 2-1 gin and tonic, not bad. I just wish it had a little bit stronger flavor. Other than that, they're a great product. They have a lot of other flavors. Some of their flavors are pretty darn good. They have a mocha. They have, the standard wintergreen, mint. They have a berry. They have a citrus. They have a watermelon flavor, which is really good. Their watermelon's spot on. And they have a unflavored one they call Naked. But anyway, this is their gin and tonic. Sweet, subtle gin and tonic flavor. Nice mouthfeel. Nice nicotine. 2-1. They make a solid product. No complaints from 2-1, except for the flavor on this one's a little on the weaker side from what I would like. Other than that, not bad. Not bad at all. Anyway, I will catch you all later with another Dip Juice New Snuff or alternate product review. Until then, you all take care, and I will catch you later. Bye.